offenses. I told you that the sexual offenses are all the crimes related to the sex are coming under sexual offenses. Again, all the crimes related to the sex are coming under sexual offenses, just like we were talking about the injuries, and we were more concerned about the mechanical injuries, the injuries produced by the mechanical means. When we were talking about personal identity, we were talking about how to identify a person and what are the parameters by which we used to identify a person. When we were talking about death, we were talking about that how to declare death, what are the modes of death, what are the types of death, what are the signs of death, and ultimately we used to calculate how much time has passed since the person has died. That was a post-mortem clock. When we were talking about autopsy, we were dealing with the dead body and we were trying to calculate cause of death, time since death, weapon used, and in case of baby, like one dead one. Coming back, sexual offenses, all the crimes related to the sex coming under sexual offenses. The sexual offenses are classified into natural, unnatural, and the perversions. The natural sexual offenses which the God has permitted for and which was by the natural route by means of penis through vagina. And the examples were rape, zina with jabar, zina. These were, and incest, these were the natural sexual offenses. Coming to unnatural sexual offenses which are not being permitted by the God, which are guided by the social and moral values, called unnatural sexual offenses, and the unnatural sexual offenses coming under section 377 Pakistan Penal Code. And the unnatural sexual offenses include masturbation, lesbianism or tribadism, bestiality, and sodomy. Again, the unnatural sexual offenses include masturbation, lesbianism or tribadism, bestiality, and the sodomy. Masturbation is very common, and nearly most of the people, they masturbate, and it is rubbing the gland penis by means of hands. This is called the masturbation. Lesbianism or tribadism, when two females, they rub their clitoris in a contract for sexual gratification, called as tribadism or lesbianism. Bestiality, it is having a sexual relation or having a sex with the lower animals is called the bestiality. I told you, when an accused and a victim is there, and the victim will go to the police station, will register a case over there, then the proceeding will start. And if it is in a contract and nobody is going to the court, nobody is going to the police station, so there will be no case for it and there will be no allegation for it. Like, for example, today we are talking about unnatural sexual offenses. And in unnatural sexual offenses, obviously masturbation. The person, he is using his own hand and he is rubbing the glans penis. This is masturbation. And number two, as I said, lesbianism or tribadism, when two females, they rub their clitoris in a contract with the permission, with the consent of each other, obviously there will be no case and nobody will put an allegation on anybody. Number three, pastility. When having a sexual relation with or sexual intercourse with the lower animals, obviously the animal is not going anywhere, and this is called pastility. The most important one is called sodomy. The sodomy, this is having sexual relation with a man through anus, or a man with a woman, even his wife, through anus, is called sodomy. Second, so sodomy, it is also called perversion. It is a sexual relation by means of a penis through the anus by a man with a man called homosexual, man with a woman, even his wife, through anus called heterosexual. The active agent is called sodomite, and the passive agent is called catamite. Again, sodomy, it is having a sexual relation by a man with by means of penis through anus is called sodomy. Man with a man is the homosexual. Man with a woman, even his wife, through anus is called heterosexual, and the active agent is called sodomite, and the passive agent is called catamite. I hope you are with me. So the definition says it is an anal coitus between a man and a woman, or a man with a man. The active agent is called sodomite, and the passive agent is called catamite. When the passive agent is a young boy, the act is called pedestry or a burglary. It is an offense in Pakistan, and it comes under section 377 Penal Code, and both the active and the passive partners are guilty and punishable under the law, even if the consent of the catamite is proved without the element of a fear, force, or fraud. But this sodomy is being done for the reasons, for the enjoyment, and the catamite, who is a habitual catamite, this is like a gay or a hijab, fusla, they go for it for pleasure, for earning money, etc., etc. So this is called sodomy. And sodomy, when the patient will be sent to you, maybe this man will have a sodomy with a young boy, and the catamite or a passive agent will be a young boy, and the man will be adult. This is a pedestry or a burglary, and when the patient will report to the police station, will inform his elders, and the case will be registered. The active agent, who is a sodomite, will be caught, and this boy, after your examination, the court proceeding or the case will proceed. Being a doctor, we are just bothered about the observations. In natural sexual offenses, we were having a case of rape, we were having a case of zina bil jabar, we were having a case of zina, we were having a case of fornication. In these cases, or incest, having sexual relation with the blood relative, like a brother with a sister, or a stepfather with a daughter, etc., the female will be examined by the medical legal officer, and general examination, local examination, internal examination, examination of the vaginal orifice and the hymen and all these things will be examined by the doctor, and he will put the observations. There are few other supporting things which will confirm that the person has been raped, female has been raped. And loss of hymen is one of the major, finding. But I told you, touching the penis near the vagina is enough to commit a crime of rape, signs of resistance, signs of struggle, and then after that, maybe blood, maybe semen traces will be there, etc., etc. Sodomy, when a boy who had experience for the first time will be reported to you with the police letter, the consent has no value. After looking at the police letter, you will just ask the boy or a passive agent to undress her clothes. You will look at the clothes, you will ask him to come over the table, you will examine in a knee-elbow position, as in rape we have examined in a lithotomy position. This condition, this sodomy, you will examine in a knee-elbow position. He will be over the table and he will be in a knee-elbow position just like a dog. And then you will examine the anal area. You will find, what finding will be there? You will find that the boy or the person, he will be tended to touch. Before that, the gait was abnormal because he was having a pain over there. Anus will be tended to touch. You will find bruising all around. You will find fecal matter and or maybe semen will be all around. You will find as bruising all around. In addition to that, fissure type of a lacerated wound will be there between anus and cock secretion. Again, I am talking about a person who has experienced for the first time. Most of the time is a young boy, and that is called pedestry or a burglary. And when the child will be sent to you with a police letter, the consent has no value. You will ask the person to unbutton his clothes. You will observe the gait will be abnormal or painful gait will be there. You will find that when he will come in an elbow position, anal orifice will be having bruising all around. You will find it will be tender to touch. You will find that fissure type of a lacerated wound will be there between anus and cock secretion. Well, these are the findings, typical findings in a person who has experienced for the first time. You will write in your report in general exam, and primary data will be put, then general examination, then local examination will be done, and you will find that these are the findings. But you're saying slides are not clear. Why? And you're not getting my slides? Okay. Second type of a patient will be sent to you, will be called as a habitual catamite. The habitual catamite is a person who is experiencing this for a long time, and he is having this again and again, like hijras, khusras, or the gaze. Are you getting my slides? Okay, after title slide. Slides are not moving. I'm not moving my slides. I will move my slide. Okay. So, second kind of a patient coming to you will be habitual catamite, and this habitual catamite is a gay hijra or khusra, and he is practicing this because of pleasure, because of earning reasons, etc., etc. We are not talking about deviations, we are not talking about perversions, we will come to that, but This is habitual catamite. When he will be sent to you, you will find that his walking gait will be like a female. You will find that the clothes are like a female. You will find that undergarments are like a female. You will find that the talking style will be like a female. You will go for examination. Consent has no value. Consent has no value. In rape, consent has a great value. Consent is a willing permission, and there are different type of consents, like implied consent, like oral consent, like written consent. All the types are authentic, but in this you take a written consent from the patient. You just brief everything, and after that you will just go for taking the consent, and after briefing you will get a signature of the patient. This will be in his interest. If she refuses, you will refer the patient back that she is not allowing me to examine, I'm sending her back. But in case of a sodomy, in case of a sodomy, either the person who has experienced for the first time, or either the person who is a habitual catamite, who is having this every day and who is experiencing this every day, you will ask him to unbutton his clothes. He will unbutton his clothes. You will find the garments like a female. You will ask the patient to come on the table in a lee elbow position, and you will just start examining the anal area. Obviously, there is no resistance. Obviously, there is no marks of struggle. No need to go for it. So you will examine the anal area, and you will find that the anus is patulous dilated. You will find anus is patulous dilated. You will find internal, external hemorrhoids are there. You will find grease marks around the anus. You will find the anal hairs are being shaved to give good appearance. Oil marks or grease marks around the anus used as a lubricant. As I said, the anus is dilated in patulous. This is because the mobilization of the fat from that area. Because of the mobilization of the fat from that area, and the fat has disappeared, and the anus will become just like a bottleneck, and it will be deeply situated inside the buttocks. It will be like a bottleneck, and this is called funnel-shaped anus. Again, it is called funnel-shaped anus. This is a typical finding of a habitual catamite, habitual passive agent who is not an active partner, who is experiencing this for a longer time period. There will be no injury, there will be no fissure type of a lacerate wound, there will be no bruising around, and the anus will be deeply situated inside the buttocks because of the mobilization of the fat from that area, and this is called funnel-shaped anus. You will write your report, and these are the findings of habitual catamite. One more thing, there are findings in habitual sodomite. Sodomite is an active agent. Catamite is a passive agent. Sodomite, who is doing this, he is using his organ, he is using his penis, and he is habitual, and he is doing again and again every day. So you will find that the penis will be elongated. You will find that maybe grease marks, maybe fecal matter, maybe semen around the glands. You will find that the penis will be elongated, and it will become just like a pendulum. It will be brought from the back, brought from the front, narrow from the middle. This is called pendulum-like penis. Other findings, vegetative findings are there for it. This is in habitual sodomite. If somebody asks you what are the findings of habitual sodomite, you will mention these findings that his penis will become elongated, and you will find that the fecal matter and the semen will be around the glans penis or matted with the pubic hairs because he is experiencing and doing every day. This is about the habitual sodomite active agent. Active agent is called sodomite, passive agent is called ketamite. Now, there is another word. Gerontophilia is passive agent, but usually we call the passive agent as a ketamite, and the active agent, it is called the sodomite. The pedestry, passive agent is a young boy, pedestry or a burglary. It is in few of the countries, this sodomy with the gays, with the consent, is no crime. And you find that the gays are present all over the world, and they are working with the males and the females. In Pakistan, even you will find these gays, hijras and khusras. But if you go to Middle East, you go to Far East, you go to Western countries, you go to Europe, you will find these kind of people. So this is about the sodomy, and it is no crime in few of the Western countries. This was unnatural sexual and natural sexual offenses were rape, zina bil jabr, and the rape was coming under Section 375 Pakistan Penal Code. That the definition I have repeated again and again. Unnatural sexual offenses, which is by the unnatural route, which is not being permitted by the God, which is backed by the social and moral values. Number three is called sexual perversions or sexual deviations. You know what? These sexual perversions are not considered as offenses, because in this the person will not get any harm. Maybe somebody is looking at him, maybe he is feeling some condition. But I tell you one thing, before that I will give you the definition. The sexual perversions or deviations are the certain physical acts or behavior abnormalities to achieve sexual gratification without the actual union with the male and a female. Generally, these deviations are harmless to the victim. They are not considered as English is wrong over here. They are not considered as offenses. Few become cognizable offenses sometimes. Again, sexual deviation. So what I was trying to tell you was, everything is present in each and every person. Everything is present in each and every person. I'm blinking my eyes just to have a tear film over my eyeball. But if I keep on blinking again and again, before coming to my class, you will say, we are going to that professor's class. It will become a disease if I keep on blinking again and again. Maybe for any reason. So everything is present in all the personalities, all the people, in little amount. But if something becomes more, it becomes a disease. Maybe one of the person will give a pain to the partner. Maybe sometime you look at some of the person, you feel good. Maybe he looks smart, maybe she looks beautiful. But if this person keeps on talking about it, and his daily life revolves around that thing, he will become a pervert. So sexual perversions or deviations, these are certain physical acts. What are those acts? We are coming to that point. Actually, it's very hot over here in Digital Library. There is too much of the noise pollution. Where there is a place for taking a lecture, papers are getting checked inside. And where we are sitting, there are so many classes going on. So it's quite disturbing. Sexual offenses or subject is no big deal. So the sexual perversions, I told you that these are little deviations and these are little behavioral abnormalities in that person. When there are behavior changes in that person, I say hello to him. Maybe you start asking me, sir, who is he? I've seen him somewhere. Yeah, leave him. Sir, please tell me, I have seen him somewhere. So I will say, okay, leave it. He's pervert. When I will say he's pervert, everything in your mind will come that there are physical acts of behavioral abnormalities in this man. His daily life is around the sexual achieving or getting sexual gratification without the actual union. These deviations are harmless because he is not going to anybody. And he is just watching, he is just thinking, he is just listening, etc., etc. And he is feeling gratification and he goes. So usually we does not consider these as an offenses. But one example I give you. There are few of the conditions in which the person will be caught because he has done a cognizable offense. There are non-cognizable offenses in which the person will not be caught without the warrant. But the cognizable offenses in which the person will be caught without the warrant. Maybe this man, he gives pain to other partner. And he gives so much pain to other partner that she dies. When she dies, this is called lust murder. L-U-S-T. L-U-S-T, lust murder. So this converts into cognizable offense. Okay. Sexual perversions. Sexual deviation, sexual perversions is non-traditional sexual behavior or cases where the specific object or object is unusual, is also known as the paraphilia or acts aimed to obtain sexual gratification with unusual means, and these include different terminologies. There are different type of people. There are different type of friends. There are different type of servants. There are different type of employees. When you live with those people, you come to know what is the actual behavior of this person. In even our Islam, they say कि इंसान के साथ जब आप ट्रैवल करते हैं या साथ रहते हैं, आपको उसका आइडिया होता है. Sexual perversions, these are unusual type of a behavior present in that person, and this unusual type of a behavior is called paraphilia. It is a deviation than normal, and this person will have a sexual gratification by unusual means. And these include sadism, masochism, fetishism, exhibitionism, transvertism or unism, transsexualism, uranism. Number one, sadism. There are a few more as well. Voyeurism. You know, half of them I have omitted because they were not, for you people, maybe for post-graduation reasons, it's okay. But half of them I have been removing just before this class. Next is voyeurism, frottalism, urolagnia, trollism, styresis, nymphomania. The person who indulges in such acts is known as a sexual pervert or it, he is having deviation of his personality. Now, sadism. This sadism, it is in simple words. I will not go in so detail. Otherwise, we can have a whole class on sadism. Basically, this sadism is a pain given by a male to the female. Maybe husband to the wife. Maybe boyfriend with the girlfriend. Maybe person with the prostitute. A person will give pain to the female partner and will start pulling the hair, start fighting, start beating. And when she will scream and she will shout for pain, he will feel gratification from inside, and he will feel good, and after that he will go for a sex. But one thing I tell you, this sadism is a psychiatry. It's all a psychological state. When a person, he feels that his father has done same thing, he will do the same thing. Like Muslims, we beat our children. And when I have been beaten by my father, I will beat my children as well. Maybe somebody's father has done something. He will think that this is a part of a system. In this part of the world, in Pakistan, we have a region which is very famous for few things. One of the regions famous for few things in unnatural sexual offences. But coming back to sadism, this is psychiatry. I give you example. Your brother is very sweet. Your brother, he goes to the gym every day. When he goes to the gym every day, he has his own key. He opens and he comes inside. One day, he forgot to take the keys. He comes on the door, like maybe at Maghrib time, and pushes the bell once, twice. Maybe you are praying, maybe you are studying in your room. Servant is away, gone to the market. Nobody is there to open the door. He keeps on ringing. Then after that, you get annoyed, you get angry, you go to the door and you open the door. Why don't you keep your own keys? Why you disturb others? So when he comes inside, he's coming from the gym, he has a bag here, he's wearing shorts and coming from the gym. He gives you a punch. When he gives you a punch over here on your biceps, and it hurts you, and you say, "Oh, stupid, what you have done." He said, "Ha ha ha. What happens now? I'm just joking, yeah. After some time, you will just show him, look, you have made a bruise over my biceps," and he will start laughing. At the time of Eid, the people, they meet Eid, and one of the persons start pressing another person. He is shouting, I am not being able to respire, He is not knowing where is the, muscle of respiration and what is the process of it. He is just pushing. He's just giving pressure. When you feel that you are near to die, you're near to, leave me, I'm near to die. Your eyes are prominent now. Maybe signs of asphyxia will start appearing in friction of second. And then he leaves you and is, my friend. Those people who are serving in army, those people who are boxers, wrestlers, or maybe going to, they develop this kind of a feeling and they give pain to the other and they enjoy. When somebody gives pain to other and he feel good from inside, this is sadism. You just call him, you become sadist. But actual meaning of sadism is when a person will inflict pain or torture the opposite partner, and because of the bodily pain, she screams He feels good from inside, and after that, he goes for sex. This is called sadism, right? And we don't want to go, I don't want to go in detail, everything is written over there. Second is called masochism. Masochism, this is opposite to sadism. This is opposite to sadism. In this, maybe the male will receive pain from the female. Maybe the male will receive pain from the female. Female will tie him down with the chair, with a rope, will bite, will pull his hair, and he will feel pain. And this is called massive. After that, she feel gratification, and they will go for a sex. This is called masochism. I hope you are with me. Any other question? Please keep on asking. What are the questions? The slides are not moving. I hope the slides are moving now. It's only showing the title. Okay, now I'm moving the title. Slides are it's just the first slide. Okay. Fetishism. Sadism, just catch the word sad. It's very sad. You give pain to your wife. It's very sad. You know, quite many times you will receive a patient will report to you with the bruises. She is newlywed female. The bruises over the body, bite marks over the body, and you will feel that maybe this is a case of sadism. Maybe the husband is sadist. Maybe he's a wrestler. Maybe he is a soldier. Maybe he is. So these are the conditions which make the person become as a sadist. So it's very sad. You catch the word sad and sadism. Masochism, the person with mustaches, he receives pain over him from the female. This is called masochism. Fetishism, you are fetching something. When you are fetching something, when you were in Montessori, you were going through with the points like a fetch a pail of water, like this. So it is fetching, it is taking out. So this is a sexual gratification. It being taken from by the looking the opposite sex articles, by looking at the clothes, by looking at the body parts of the opposite sex, by going behind the female and looking for the different clothes or the marking of the undergarment. This is called fetishism. Person, he will feel good from inside. He will keep following her, and when she will disappear in any of the shop, he will feel good from inside, and then he will go. In the morning, he will get ready, put perfume, and he will look smart, just like he's going to office. He will go to the market, he will go to the mall, he will keep on following the female and just looking at them, and not staring, just going behind and looking at their clothes, articles, body parts, etc., or the undergarments, and feeling good from inside. These objects normally do not exercise sexual influence or normal individuals. The clothing, hankies, or even shoes of a woman act as an object for sexual gratification. By looking, he will be fetching, he will feel gratification from inside, he will come back, he will sleep, he will smile, and he will sleep. This is called the fetishism, looking at the opposite sex articles. Exhibitionism, just catch the word exhibition, and you're showing exhibition. And exhibitionism, in simple words, it is coming under 294 Pakistan Penal Code. And this is when a man, he will go to the park, or he will stand in a balcony, and he will open his zip and he will show his organ to the children and ladies in the park. And look here, and he will be just giving, some kind of directions, and he will be sitting on a bench showing his penis to the children and ladies. They will feel shy. They go here, they go there. And this is called, the term applies to act of a man whose sexual desire consists principally of indecent exposure of the genitals, and he will show to the children and the ladies, and after that he will feel gratification from inside, come back home and sleep. Transferism. That was exhibition. This is transfer. When you transfer from one bus to another bus to reach that place. So transferism is transfer or unism. This is when a person, for getting this pervert, will to get a sexual pleasure, he wears opposite sex articles, and especially the female undergarments, shoes, clothes, etc. This is not a gay. This is not a hijra. This is a pervert. When he start wearing the opposite sex clothes and he sits in front of a dressing table and he feels good from inside, this is known as the unism, and derived from the name of the French. One of the person who practiced this perversion, clothes usually worn are underclothes, braziers, knickers, or these things, and the person, he will feel good from inside and he will feel gratification. After that he will just become normal. Transsexualism. This is irresistible desire to be a member of the opposite sex, or indulges in that role, act as a female, but unlike transvestism, cross-dressing does not provoke them, and they do not get sexual gratification. They demand, some kind of surgery and removal of the penis, and they try to become like a female, etc., etc. This is transsexualism, and if you find any of the salesman, saleswoman looking like a gay or something, and you go to any of the mall in any of the country, like maybe Manila, like maybe Bombay, like maybe Dubai, like maybe Karachi, you will find a gay. This is a case of a transsexualism, urinism. Just catch the word, just 5 minutes more. Catch the word urine or urinism. This is a gratification by fingering, fondling, licking of the genitals of the partner, or just licking the area where the urine is coming from, the private parts. This is called urinism. This is also one of the type of sexual deviation. Now this is another condition, peeping toms. This peeping toms is a voyeurism or steptophilia. This is a desire to observe the genitals of others, watch sexual intercourse, because the condition of the erotic excitement and gratification. These, the person will visit park and peep in the bedrooms of the people. Most of the time, servants, they become forward and just start looking from the keyhole and feeling gratification. So voyeurism or peeping toms is a terminology in which the person will peep inside the bedrooms at night, are known as a peeping toms. This is the desire to observe the people having sexual relation, or the observe the genitals of other, or watch sexual intercourse between the people, and just watching is called the voyeurism or peeping toms. Frotteurism. Frotteurism is just touching the glans penis with the other opposite partner, or maybe male with a male, or maybe male with a, but this is a compulsion to rub genitalia against another person, usually in the lifts, crowds, more common in males, but may be observed in females. This is just rubbing the glans penis with the other people who is traveling, who is in a near vicinity to you, like minibuses, like buses, like in these places he will be touching the other person most probably his genital will be rubbed with another person. Trollism. Trollism, this is a pervert. He gets a sexual gratification by inducing his wife to have a sexual intercourse with any other person, or he just keep observing, and it is extreme condition of skeptophilia, and this person, he will feel gratification when somebody, especially his wife, will be having relations with the others. He keep on watching. These are, variations, these are deviations, these are perverted condition. Nymphomania. This is a excessive sexual desire among women. Some of them may become lesbianism later. This is called nymphomania. Eretophilia, achieving of sexo-erotic arousal by listening to the account of a specific type of sexual activities. You just keep on listening, keep on watching, keep on changing the channels, keep on looking on the Facebook, keep on going for Google, and this is the achievement, listening to the account of a specific type of sexual activity going on. He feels critical. Pictophilia, this is a sexual erotic arousal by seeing sexually triple X movies or porno movies or the pictures, etc. This is called the pictophilia, as the word picto is. As the telephone scatologia is there, and this is people catch the word telephone, that the Offences telephone callers are usually males who know or unknown females to carry out sexually provocative conversations. I give you example. When you will become a doctor, maybe somebody knows you, maybe it is somebody is unknown to you. There are fake calls. Maybe sometimes we receive a message, who are you? Or maybe I love you. Or maybe he's a male, maybe female, maybe I know him, maybe I don't know him. Maybe he's trying to check me, maybe he's unknown to me. When you will become a doctor, this was very common. This was very common in Karachi. At that time, there was only one channel in Karachi, that was PTV. One of the person who used to call, one of the person, or maybe more than one, used to call female doctors and used to take an idea. Look, madam, we are you so-and-so? We are having a program on such and such topic, like maybe sexual offenses, maybe natural sexual offenses, maybe unnatural sexual offenses, maybe perversion, maybe rape, maybe sin out. Madam, I want to know a few of the questions about it, what findings you will get and like this. So he tries to listen from you those wordings and what do you call it in English? Okay, can you translate in Urdu for general public? Like this. So this is called telephone scatologia, and this is Offences telephone calls are usually male who call. Right? I hope you got it. This is about, there are many. If a person will have a sexual intercourse with a dead body in a mortuary, it happened, commonly. It happens. This is having a sexual relation with a dead body. This is called necrophilia. Dead body is lying unattended over there, and the mortuary attendant, he is roaming around, and body is lying, and we are waiting for a police letter, and he make a sexual intercourse with the dead body. This is called necrophilia. These are the few deviations. I hope you got it. It's a very difficult topic, as we were talking about a rape. Difficult, easy to put a blame. Difficult and damn difficult to prove it or disprove it. Same way, this topic is typically sexual offenses is a bit unusual type of a topic. But anyway, you have to take home messages that you should know about: examination of rape victim, examination of the sodomy victim. In examination of the rape victim, what findings you will get up till the hymen, and in case of a sodomy who had for the first time and who is a habitual catamite, These are the, so natural sexual offenses, unnatural sexual offenses, sexual perversions. One difficult point which everybody used to ask is that, sir, what is Mohsen? Mohsen is a married man. Mohsen is a married man who has his own wife at home, and he commits this crime, have a sexual intercourse with zina bil jabr or a zina, both. If he is being caught, he will be, punished for stoning to death. If he is not a Mohsen, then he will have 100 stripes. This is one of the questions commonly being asked. Now, ask me questions. Slides were moving. We have the slides. Any other question? Any other question? I know there were some noises at the background. Look how much I'm perspiring. I can have this class on my laptop, in my room, in my office, in my bedroom. But the thing is, I'm coming to digital library. I will put a complaint for it. So voices are there because so many classes are going on. I'm sorry for that. Or any other question? Any other question? We are just winding up. Even, salams is going on. Anybody who's passing, he salutes. He salutes just like it's the 14th August or something. Thank you very much. This finishes with our sexual offenses, the questions. I will expect from you. You ask me any question. You can email me. You can WhatsApp me, etc. etc. Thank you very much. Bye bye.